Yo abusua ende ye wo niama bebre a ye beka ho asem eniama sebi ehunhuna yen eniama ye nti ase ade a me focus pa ende eye colors because no so ya another thing na ya dwene pa wo when it comes to spirituality ye days no se ye nyina ya ba behu se die yo very simple se another thing na meto meboa ye ni but and then no me break bebre down colors ni bebre. So you can't say kosher white or part the same. So you can't say kosher red a part the same. Colors na ya kekano. And also so as you saying there are 4 sets of modes of mind operating in the body of a single human being. So biati as say onipa da se ni bia there are 4 modes or 4 points operating ewo. When you hear this, and then about what comes to your mind? When you hear they say there are 4 modes and now 4 points, a really onipa that's a single human being, and then about how does all the mystery books put or depict these modes for a lay person to understand? Sign up books are Bible, Bhagavad Gita, Quran, the keka kan books ni doso. Say kasa asem we a ededin na tu nipa adwene na mpacho se wote these 4 modes and also so 4 points we a misrewa eden na ye ba wadwem. I want us to understand that images are deceptive. Images na de ye ni hunu bebre wo hono ma eye andada until you decode the frequency of an image. Just looking at its beauty can consume you. Se wu nipa na wantimi endi code nipa ni frequency na wo hwe nipa ni beauty ana wo hwe nipa ni handsomeness na wo de ye decision a wo betimi ahwere wo ho e wo saa de anim enye nipa nko efie binum mu forest binum mu anyonkofa binum mu ukowura bibi mu na wanhwe ade a drive saa de ne na wo hwe ne fe a wo betimi de wo ho ato nsem bebre mu. Yemu bebre yehu ma fefefe yemu bebre yehu mema fefefe yemu bebre yehu nkrofo fefefe yesi ya no omokoye business enne yehu yasema yehu se de yenka se wo social media kromfo twa picture on tro kromfo ni mbo nanim obe twa picture nkrofo bebre hu ye fe wo social media na God fearing no mo de aka ho eye wu nipa na obetumi ahwe nipa ni image na picture no wetumi decode frequency owo because you better know somebody spiritually than to know the person physically. So menhwe nipa ana menhwe image se wehu obofo wehu wei intini because efe wehu horse or wantaban or two efe intini wudi akire. You first have to decode the frequency of the image or the drawing or the symbol uhuno. Today I will point out these 4 sets of modes to us. Me ba be 4 modes here eti nipa da sani bia mu ana drive nipa da sani bia mu. Na ya hwe sa wo de ye wo ho a ye behu eni ho ade a wo be ye ama na wo ho ye ba be ye sa de we ende. To read the scripture literally is to miss their medicine. Se wo ye wadin se wo read the Bible no sa to me ni eduro ni ahode e wo mu ne de wo be hwere. But to read them inwardly and symbolically is to unlock an endless map of consciousness. Enti se wan te sade we ase pe e beba be problem ama. Enti no na kire Bible no ana all mystery books no ye reading no e wo 2 stages mu ana akwan mi ahodo mienu mu. Se wo be reading literal, a translating no literal. One thing, you lose the medicine or the power or the mystery na a woman. But se wo kind no inwardly and not symbolically to me better symbols na wo na say. That is when it will unlock endless map of consciousness in your body. These are the things and they boom ni aboboso ni ahwe de ewom. In Greek mythology, Pegasus, a horse born from the blood that poured out of the head of the golden Medusa, rises with wings. One will say, we a whole code. The other day now, me posted picture be na hair or snake no Medusa no wo miti so no. People didn't really understand. Maybe as we go no, make say medical di we are Greek mythology no. Ono nso so wo understanding and explanation bi edema a horse ono so ewo wing o kire moje ewo ni mu no ba bia ne fapem efriba. What has this got to do with you, or what has this got to do with us? In our tongue we say nyansa and wisdom, the kind of enlightenment that does not shout. Bible say so assembi a wo mpaye wo ba hyen wo kokoa mu akobo mpaye no wo na chese shouting doesn't have any benefit. It opens a door inside the chest and let the room breathe. Nyansa kasa ebowura akomanim na se ebowura akomanim a ema akoma pono no eye den etumi ehome. And then ye be decode a lot of Bible scriptures. Na me decode we are na waka osofo no waka kire ne say onhwe na odicode ma na eno one scripture ene ebegina so no yehu colors nso so what they represent. Animals bi nso so a yehu wo Bible mu no omo nso emmoa no so omo represent den saa niama wei ena ye ba behwe no enne enti ansa na ebe start show no muma yenhwe bibi quickly. Baby, I may be say who pen ni paper, me pese wo be chiro because me start say me yi a afeu di sisi so a na wa ye no fie. Yen share Revelations chapter 6 verse 1 and na me dey start show. I read or say, I watch as the lamb opened the first of the 7 seals. Me pese wo mark way down me pa chow. Now ana fan si wakoma pono so. Dia edi kanya ye bie ye. E was 7 seals ni mu. And na me pesa wote ase no na wodi tu utiri mame. Then I heard one of the 4 living creatures say in a voice like thunder. Me pesa eno so utumi yat ubehu 4 living creatures. Na wasan so hu thunder. Me pesa eno so wodi tu utiri mame. Okas o say oti yesa ende no efri atiasefo anan omo kasa na omo ne etese agrada. No, catch or say, come. I looked, and there before me was a white horse. Into underline the color white and also underline the word horse. And natural to her. Its rider held a bow, and also bow no me pesa wote ase. Ne rider na ote horse no so no ote white horse no so no. Okita arrow and a bow, okita a giant. Ti me pesa no so uchro wo ho mame. And he was given a crown. Crown no so me pesa uchro to ho no mame. And he rode out as a conqueror, bent on conquest. So me pesa won't mark any word that would say at the scripture ya makai ni se CA. Me pesa wo mark bibia ase na start say ye breaking it down afi wa beti ase na wa watena se bisa wo ho questions na afi wa bisa say nti say ye kita say niama we ya eden na ma ye running up and down eden na ma ye hu nia ye ho eden na ma ye suro so much eden na ma ye nti saade we ase abotre ne ye ni adaje ne ye ni ana ye nti ase ana ye hu so say we say na ni nyina so te ade ne ye beye eno ene me pese me no discuss enti se wote edin kakraka bi na eye wo hu a na esese woto wo ase because one hwe ni ye na se hu di wanimu kan pe one hwe awaso ebeye hye. Today's topic is I am apocalypse. Anka me be kasa I am apocalypse kese me di bibi si mitiri so na me ye me hu because under normal circumstance, that is how from authority to all spiritual people. O mama yate ase. So what apocalypse pe? Na kire se wo dwane, se wo rane. So what apocalypse wo baby it simply means revelations, and I am the host of the show Revelations. So I understand that word better than any other person. So today we are going to discuss apocalypse, and I am saying I am the apocalypse. The beko stages, what is apocalypse? At the when they say apocalypse are den. Na fe symbol of the horseman. Ti ubehu horse. Emboa duma ahodoɔ. And the medical catcher say yebedi a lot of colors and so. Then if you are the 4-fold nature. the fourfold nature. Yebeba be hwe no so medical catch say nipa dasani wo 4 moles and now 4 point. Eye de anya yebeba be hwe no so. Then ye wi aba be hwe white horse of the apocalypse. Medical catch ye be hwe colors. Then ye wi aba be hwe the red horse of the apocalypse. When you hear apocalypse, just movie. Some can also try to explain. Omo de be kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo hu ohu anaasɛ ɔmo nim ɛyɛ saa na ɛte ana eniema nde yɛ ba be discuss ana yɛ be komu no ɛnu nie abusua me man krankra bi akwaba ɛde ba spiritual wadwumadie so. I am Maame Grace, a daughter of Africa. Yes, a daughter of Akabulan and a keeper of ancient mysticism. I am the keeper of ancient mysticism. I do this not to frighten you. Because I am the true bloodline, I am the goddess here. I want you to understand certain things so you are able to eliminate fear out of your system. So you are able to focus on your target or visualize on your target. Because se ehu owu a unhu ade ne kwan so. Obi o sha ade nso a onhu ade wo ne kwan so ne sebe enhye da eni abrabo bi ana onya abrabo pa bi emmo. Enti me kasa niama we not to scare you and asa me mfe hunahuna na emom no me ma wate niama bi ase. Over the past weeks, we heard pockets of stories concerning the end of the world. A Christopher 3. Ewiase Yesu ba, ewiase aben, eba besei, yati. Na last week here South Africa for eko wus ni mu na dey serious. Those who acted did so obviously out of fear. Ehunti na omoko ho. Me na make sure say a lot of people are in fraternities, a lot of people are in church because of fear. Omu suro so omu nko heaven, omu suro so omu ni asoro ho a bibi be ye omu nti ye ni asoro ho na ye ni fraternities ni mu ana ye ni abosom na se because we love the obosom or Allah or Jesus. We are there because of fear, because ye ni wonom a yabrabo abo bi be che ye beifo be che ye nko heaven nti dia ye ni na ye out of fear and reward. Ni nyina nso so ye ne saa because ye ni ntiase e wo ni amabim. Judgment day so ya another thing na eka fear no me nkwa heaven na me chire mu no. The end of time and the apocalypse are things that bring about fear in the heart of people. Into obia from pastor to spiritual person to whoever. Oka apocalypse asempene say fear me be show say me be yes say nti eno apocalypse yi ni ye pese ye hwe say ya nhwe ni yi a obi abetimi a google na wabe show wabe ye say na apocalypse aye hwan ti ye be kom ni ya hwe de ewom na also the wadwenya, but the platform is equally open and it is for free. How many movies have you watched about the apocalypse and it makes you feel so much fear and panic? But today na wate wa apocalypse ho na ye suitable for your soul and a puti fear bi edit mu. But movies a wahwe ade a wate about this name apocalypse no eden na wote ye eden na hu wom obetumi atro e wo comment section ho no mo na ya hwe wo experiences eniama wunim wate wahu e wo big screen yi so ehu ni a wate wo ho no ma me hu ema wo panic edi ehu tu mu edi ahopopo tu mu edi na wate ana wahu na den na de ba wo so eno na me bi say. But anything that clamps your mind and heart with negative energy, it is my divine work to help you to be enlightened out of that fear. Me medjuma no. Ade bia ehunahuna wo no na mabie mu mato mebu ebubu mu ama wo na wo ankasa wakotena se na wahye se etumi yi fie ni fie mu ana etumi ma fie no etu mu ade edi fie tu nipa mu bia enya ade a eben me esan se ade edi ehu etu nipa so bia yade a enslave nipa no so temase na me nso so me ka kire wo se wo na wo ye nyame na wo ye the ultimate e wa asase we so enti ensese wo ma bibi hye wo so but wo betumi ahye bibi so wo betumi ayusu bibi a but ensese wo ma bibi ye den ayusu be so bia e de to na adwene mu ema me enti no because ya behu saade we enti no enya de ye be ma obi akwan No di ehu biya to obi so in the name of spirituality. Spirituality no eye wo life. Na wo life na ekita wo ni nyehu di a minim ye nti a wo ma no different approach a esese yehu. That is what I will do. Inti no bibia eyehu bia ne yaka ho asem ne yahwe. To lift the veil that religion stretched too tight over your eyes no. Eno ho adwuma na me ye. Ehu bia religion ne beto utiri so. When they say religion, men say a church and a mosque, all the worshiping na a religion. I've told you they are all cancerous. Inti call all of them and add cancerous to it. Cancerous religion. Inti abosom so many the kike can all of them. Anything worship is part of it. When they say religion, men how are you say who you way every moon. Power chopper. Eno the stretch ato so se wan begu nsa no wan betwa dwan no wan be yesenya me yo say mebo udua me fa him de okọ him de okọ eno na me de metro light ato so am so that wote sa niam na wo be hu the way a wo be approaching. So tonight we are talking about the horsemen of the apocalypse. Who are these spiritual horsemen? Sadie we the wote apocalypse are not horsemen. Hey, and ye na dani asem. What you should understand is that you must try and clean the negative energy from your heart. Ehu biya ewo wosu biya no eyese wutumi hu se wobetumi clean sa efi ehu no afiri because ehu ebema wa vibrate with your lower frequency. Na se when cleaning na vibrate wo ho nso a ehọ na sey bibi esey biya eyeden efa honom eyeden eba. This is very important to me. Do not allow fear to take over your heart. When that happens, you become vulnerable. At the moment of fear, ebe take you over your heart, you become vulnerable. Make it sure that things like this don't actually happen to you. Once again, man biara akwaba. To spiritual hour nenen komono and ameka no ye be di kodi colors kakra na ya hwe emwawa so kakra na afei eniama me ma wo pointing no out e was scriptures ni mu nyina no ye bubu no 1111 na afei wo di atoto wo environment ni na wu ni nyina ho na afei waka kire me dia ema spirituality ni yehu so much ye wo say one kasa de won se bi ati so obi putting on masquerade na wakoho na wehu say ho and na spirit wo we ni ade a ene ye discuss afa na me ba be start show no na maka kire today I am apocalypse. I believed you, I believed you, I believed you, I believed you. I believed you and I send you love, I send you joy, I send you strength. I send you strength, I send you joy, I send you wealth. I send you strength, I send you wealth, I send you light, I send you pure light, I send you light, I send you love. I believed you, I believed you, I believed you, I believed you, I do not bless you. I believed you wherever you are watching me from. And I wish you a nature day and I welcome you to spiritual hour. Today is a great day. We are discussing I am apocalypse. That's the topic. Intinka me kase me apocalypse. Nka se me ba hu shios. Na nka me ma ho popo che. It doesn't work like that. Inti makatro topic no makatro stages are yebe femu ende. Makatro a lot of things ende yebe hu ni meaning. Yemu said ya yebe apply no. On this platform I am the voice of our ancestors. And they speak through me, they smell through me, and they drop every particle information through me to us. I am the goddess of Akabulan. Our ancestors find their joy and pride in me because they see me upgrading what they would have upgraded. And come my encourage the ho. Come back add so much. Intino, they are happy. I am picking what they left behind, but I am not making it a source, but rather I am making it an access so we can upgrade. A sense of 2 years. Say mere sesa no wasesa hu bi emre sesa nti yenso ye besesa eniama bebre bi nti when they say apocalypse, what is apocalypse? Those days when we were evangelizing for Christ, Satam na ne yekokuro mu ekoka Nyankopon asem kire afoforo no. One of the sure ways to put fear across to get new converts was to use news stories about wars, famine, poverty, and others. Na eno na yebeka se wan bedi Yesu achi a de yebeba wo so, which in actual fact that is what all religious books is all about. Se wan besum nyame a ekoma ebeba wo so yebetimi ehu fi David omo ayekum omo ambesum Nyankopon a omo se omo besum bibi foforo a yekum. That is the a reward, a fear eno na ema ye nyina yekwa yekoka asem no. Nti se yamfa fear anto so se we be ye wa eno de asore ne nya de a obeba. Nti ukọ ba bi asikafo paawa ye ntan hye dan koye evangelism wo. Koso ntumi nkoka nkire sikani se ochina obewu na akromfo beba bewia no, like nsem bi wo ho a wontumi nkoka nkire sikani se wan be sum Nyankopon wan sohwe ebeto ne ade no ye wasem asebe ye ka kire hiani wontumi nkoka nkire sikani se but hiani de obeka kire na watumi asan aka kire ne se in my father's house there are many mansions nti no ompe brebi abo na nani da so se wanya dan mpo andamu wo ha oba akodamu wo soro ho. When we ask people to give their lives to Christ, our justification is that bad things are coming to occur and the end is near where destruction will be major. And day 21st century baby ayedui I want to mean kasem bia nchire obi yi uka obekwa akogugu lafi and then baby ayedui still a placard nam kurum Christ is coming soon. And omo wo nipa di akire. Na de ekoso wo Cameroon e de biom. Bibia betumi esi Africa for so. So if you don't want to suffer in the apocalypse, then give your life to Christ and follow us to church. Enye sadia ene de beba wo so no. Yesi ebi mu kura de ebe no ya omo. Na wo honam ne pore na wu na ba chese nsam no hunyan. So it's all about fear. She said, "Who's through the Baba also there? And you follow us to the church." My sisters in Christ and I were using the number one weapon in religion, fear, to convert souls to the Christian gods. We see Christian gods. And the Christian God, one say, let us into Christian gods. You can bend the sea. Yes, it is all about fear. But let's put aside what movies and news people have tried to imprint on our minds as a direct interpretation of the end time apocalypse. Side and tackle the whole issue from a symbolic perspective. The spiritual people ni na copy and paste for ni na the omakano. My efani na anton chen. Now, from the symbolic perspective, Mama yenre munko dipa. Baby I do know because of internet. Inti bibia wo baby inti sa wo pese wusunya bibia enye copy and paste. Ese wunya baby ebe revealing the secret aspect or the darker side of whatever you've been hearing, so you are able to deduce and calculate. So what jine na deduce niama and calculate niama entumi nyini. It's very important so nipa wote ho a obesua de Bible aka we akere o say lack of knowledge and people perish. We must see it as encoded message when you hear this apocalypse and this scripture we just read. That must be understood. Eye kasa ana a din ana a word say yetimi hu say encoded. Na yetumi decode no na fe yetumi ti ase ebeboa yen a lot because sabe Penny nyansani ono no fichiri asemase ana asemani ase no hu ne ewom because asem si wade e wa asem nani ase no ene na boa da achemma nti penny nyansani nka de obi eka na emo penny nyansani fichiri asem nani ase no wabeka de hya ase na ye nimde de amenkire mma nti sa asem no start say ba nkire mba ne de sa nimde no atwitwa adiomo nti ye behwe abro sede asem no tie sede ye hu no sede ayate no emfie bebre no endem ma ye nhwe mfiri ekwan foforo so The basis for this editorial is a symbolic chapter of the Bible that casts endless fear in people. And nun and they are discussing. Because as of only Bianca sample, or person will read the book of Revelations because they claim or believe or feel or think that Revelation book no eniame wo ho nyina nti ebi na ya apocalypse nti yen hwe say Revelations book no eniame wo ho no ana understanding no na eni ho. Enti moma yen read this scripture na ye dey start ye no na afa yen breaking it down na yen hwe niama ewom no na yen hwe the way ye be apply no yen hwe say the way ye apply no nsunsuanso ben na de ba ye so. Medican read Revelations chapter 6 verse 1 e de ama odada ena me catch say twetwa niama bi ase mejimi di say wetwetwa say niama ni nyina ase me catch say twa sam ayi di odi kan a obie enso ano nson no ano no o say ote say 4 living creatures ate asefo enan omo kasa ete say agrada na o hweye na ohun say a horse, white horse adi oteso na otwi no okita bow ewo ne nsam na afe so yama no crown na afe otwi ne horse ne ko ti so obi opeso okodi nipa so se okwa akodi nipa so fanisa makani twi medical read am English dada. This was the chapter of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Sa asem no ewo Revelation book no mu na maka no. They are metaphorical. They are metaphorical representation of what comes before the apocalypse. They are metaphorical, but ebinumu ehuhu sa horsemen ida eni omo akodina ebi kura ehu horse no kura atena so da. But let's break it down and see if we are trapped into these iconic images and also say ye. Let's get deeper into this and see. And over the years, we have pictured and shown the apocalypse as the day fire will come from heaven to consume the earth. At that apocalypse, never bad there. A Jeffrey soro, a betie si asasi so, a beshi yen some of us, nebe nyamu yen, ashi yen, ase yen, ewie yen. Where calamity will befall mankind. So when your kinds of scripture we pay. Nature say na wuti apocalypse ne pe nature say wie yemre no a enum na yewe. When you look at the scripture we just read now, wo ba say bibie ni ho easy. Che say bibie e wo asem no mu bia ye bibie ehu a ebe nipa so. But let's delve into the true meaning of the apocalypse and what the Bible book stands for. So when who adekwa Bible gina ho ma na say wo frɛ Bible ewo twi kasem na wantumi ankasa twere konkon na wo ye ne baabro na ye wo se waben wonnim ne awukita ebetumi aconsume. Let's decode this scripture na yenhwe because this is what we are best at. The apocalypse is the book of Revelations, also known as the Apocalypse of John. So wunya ate sa de we na Revelations enye nate enye bibia serious said am catch wa hyase no Apostle John ono natural ya na ne nkrata ni bi. It is religiously recognized as the final book of the New Testament. So Revelations, medical breaking it down, traditionally attributed to be written by John the Apostle, medical chirenusum. The book was originally written in Greek. And the title was taken from the text Apocalypsis, which translates to revelation or unveiling. Ediye na ye unveiling. Makai bibi. Ediye na ye unveiling. So, if I say me, Maame Grace, I am the apocalypse, people will be alarmed. Hey, they say, I've been hosting Revelations. When all I am saying is that I am the revelations or revelation, which you know. But when I say I am the apocalypse, hey, but am I not Revelations? Am I not? You see? I am the light for your deception. Me, that is who I am. And to me, bisa question everything, big, small, young, old, obia me question. That is why I am Revelations. Enti ade bi obi e kana order da ye no ye bise mu questions ni ye true light atoso se obi a o chase zodiac ne astrology ni de ekwan ba dey ye days ni wie ne ewiase aye din kakra. Before you heard anything apocalypse, Revelation show was running and I was hosting it. So if I tell you today I am the apocalypse, don't worry yourself. Unfortunately for us, religion and cinema have depicted apocalyptic understandings to depict the ultimate battle between good and evil. This is what religion has done, and this is what spiritual people need be almost and this is what movies so ayano. Nti se wunyati apocalypse ache se obi bone and obi papa. The second coming of Christ and the final judgment. Nti wunyati apocalypse pe na Yesu bo. Na ho popo che na wo kwa koshia rapture. Afi the rapture no mo na mu koshia no. Are you serious? This understanding is shallow and limited. It is religion and cinematic. If this is how you understand the word apocalypse, say be yes, be ba, be and next say, baby, ujinani, asieho, emwao, ntimumi enkomu yeni enshe. It is true that the book of Revelation stands out as the only apocalyptic work within the New Testament and holds a central place in Christian eschatology. This is for the Bible scholars. Eschatology, no, and no for Bible scholars. No. This has influenced countless theological understandings and artistic works after the centuries. Apocalypse as a Greek word simply means unveiling. TMA. Not flames from the sky. Not a theater of punishment. Timemo bi en kan say and I can't say na me see we be ba no so unveiling. So what the apocalypse are enu nie na de na ye unveili e de na ye unveili e de na ye unveili. In our account tongue we say nyansa wisdom. I've told you the kind of enlightenment that does not shout. It opens a door inside the chest and lets the room breathe. This is what your ancestor was saying. That is the labor of this hour that the Bible spoke about. Enti enye se e reveal sabi obi tukuro. Ani o ena enye se eja bi nsu firi suru ba bi na eba abeto fom. Enti memo obi use this word enfant 13. Ti say ade ni be reveal abofom a ono na nyankopon ebeche nimu. Ye to bomb ewiase nyina bomb. Na onipa baako ose wa mene atu ne yam. Hey! Yeah. Enye that is the labor of this hour that the Bible spoke about. Enye ehunehuna asem. Understanding no ne yede beto we wo de yede to we a bra. We opinion. The platform is so open. Do not allow me to deceive the people watching the show. If you feel this is not so. Na se won pese wo beba so a ba bia wo bia ye betumi asoma omo aba na omo abetwa me worry. Me dey me wa for all of us. I want to tell you that at the hour of the apocalypse there won't be any demons or bombs across your ceiling. I can't play natural. The four horses of the apocalypse will stand where they have always stood. Nothing is changing. I bomb be a show be a triso. That is in the mind. That is where they stand. If that is not the case, then where did you see the God? Where did you see the angel? Where did you see the deity? In your mind. And to say so mind intact, you can see so many things and feel you have seen something. Before you realize you are finished, you are gone. Problem I will decode them as a teacher, as a sister, as one who honors cosmic wisdom. That is who I am. Every pastor who has taught the apocalypse of John has always spoken about future disasters and the need to prepare by giving your life to Christ. Same as any spiritual person. Or say bibi besi. And yes, idea we besi na ye blah blah blah. They taught us. That message trap people in fear. and kept them waiting for an external rescue. When na eye grounds no, aye dia ground form ho no mama nkrofo, na nkrofo di fie egina ho, no mo twen se bibi firi baabi e ba be gi omo ana e ba be save omo eye saa na be ye saa na te ana enye saa enete ye. Pamucho eye question. What most pastors do not understand is that even though theology did not teach them, the fact is the language of scripture is layered in symbolism. This, the Bible school will never, they don't have time. They do not have time. The scriptures is, Makachram say, it's layered in symbolism. Yedi niyama bebre na akatakata so. Niyama na esisi woni niyama na omo bobo. Any niyama na omo fre no. They don't look the way you want them to look like. Say obofo, say Jesus, say oil, say arrow, say puma, say dua, say color. Enye sa neti. Enti say physical ade esi what say Maame Grace ti hey. They are all symbolism. So you must be able to decode symbols for you to understand the Bible. And yes, I will be reading it as a storybook. And this you can't do with a bad brain. So what do you need to and so be to me I say to the American na me patres it speaks in images. It speaks in images that carry more than one metaphorical meaning. It is a wunya who's a cap. Esi Bible no ana wunya hu horse ana wunya hu arrow ana wunya hu crown wo Bible mu ana wunya hu crown of thorns wo Yesu tiri so na wo conclude say ye wo brenti na ye di si ni tiri so pe then wo problem kese. To read the scripture literally is to miss their medicine makatro. To read them inwardly and symbolically is to unlock an endless map of consciousness. This is why Christians are a little bit behind. Instead of understanding this and let us sit and talk about this, they rather get angry and call you names. That is why they will remain where they are. You see where Christianity is going now. Sorry, them monkwa na mo yen ni wo bi nso mo nsen ho yen bronsam fompo ba bronsam jema party no ye ne pepepe yen ko wo ho no gate fee no tithe bibia yen bronsam fo ye ho din mahum ho e bi enyame wo enie. Now let's look at symbol of the horsemen. So medical church say what the word apocalypse ensuro obi eni ho ye hwe na emom no ye be hwehwe mu ni ya hwe. What is there? So symbol of the horsemen and at the horsemen and at the horsemen. Across cultures, the horse symbolizes power yoked to direction. Horse adia ojina honomo ema ewo cultures bebre mu no. In the ancient Hindu scriptures known as the Vedas, the sacred horse bears offerings to the gods. This is when you read the Vedas. This is what the horse also represents in Vedas. This is an image of the mind carrying intention to higher fields. So when you see the horse, you can bring it down. Depends on your ability to understand that it is an image of the mind. Carrying intention to higher fields. That is the meaning of horse. The mind gives birth to many understandings of consciousness. In Greek mythology, Pegasus, a horse born from the blood that poured out of the head of the goddess Medusa, rises with wings. And no sa no muso to me tias enti se unhu se a horse ewo wing said ya yehu no wo movies ni mu na ebi so omo atena so na omo edi omo tu ye ya na ahomte kakra but wo be ni den. When we hear all these things, how do we decode them? Na yehu horse bi na me da ye na me hu way your brain can create so many images, especially so we lowest frequency more. Don't forget we have acoustic images, and they are there control of the cinematic world. So they can create a whole lot. They can create Jesus for you. They can create anything for you. We've done this on this same platform. So when your brain is creating images for you, you have to check the brain side. It creates our image at the amount. Is it the lower side? Is it the higher side? Depends on where your frequency and vibration is. That is where it will create all these images for you. Oma depicted in so many movies. People watch it and they don't actually understand. It's a whole word. But understanding no ewo Bible mu ewo baabi bebre ye readi na ni nyina ye readi a ye de fear ne ye de tato nti ende no ye bubum ne ya hwemfaso ewo so se yesuro se yesuro a ye be decide because medican ene wo aka last week no ama wate yase se bibi a wo behu bia it's okay, but you must be able to decode the wave, the electromagnetic wave no wehu say eye frequency a ewa heart say osaman de no ana frequency e woni nipa ma free nipa mu ana ye frequency e free another realm eba, so you know how to approach it, so you are not consumed. Medical culture wo betimi hu so many things are omo yes symbolic said ya meka kire no obi no hu the frequency of angel ena otumi de ba on the signal ne fire na de ba na obedi kodi no symbolize no ye ne ti say nipa ena de wings no trying to tell us the kind of speed that electromagnetic wave no ewo nti obi anso betumi ehu bibi no so waye na ode ato ho no mu nti wo a wo hu adeko na wo claim say wo hu no wo na sese wutimi hu decode frequency nti na meka cho say enhwe nipa nim because nipa so ye image ono so kita frequency ye di ka ye we dada nti se wo hu nipa na eye one thing. But to meet decode frequency now, you are able to save yourself. When to me now she ni pane fair, beauty there a deceptive. No anything I will be who try and decode. Also, in some West African folklore, the horse is praised not only for its speed, but also for its ability to carry the right message to the right destination. Pacho emare mfi ha say Maame. This is also something and also known to our ancestors. This horse thing, Moshe wo movie bebrebe mu. Ade ye kan in dey omo depicted, but understanding no na anyhow. Inti na wo ancestor no known to wo ancestor dada. Inti the horse thing wo horse no na wo yam hwehwe na ise wo dwane wo ba bia wo nko. So when the Revelation text speaks of horses, it is not about animals in the sky. Enye abu asebe kafra facheme onam esro ana wetu because of our wings inti wetu ena onam sro enye sa nete. What I believe this is talking about is 4 sets of modes of mind operating in the body of a single human being. This is what all these apocalypse thing is talking about. But adenti ne yen chire we mu yie, but ye ka ne ye di ehu atu nipa so because we want to rule you, because we want to control you. That is why we will put fear in you. Obia oni fear woni mu untumi nkane nhye untumi nchira ne de onye untumi nchira ne so untumi ndada no cause ya ubeke bi obehwehwem. I see the horses as vehicles that will carry your life forward. That's the meaning of horses. But it's up to you to decide if they should bring you wisdom or distraction. 2 things. Inti na me see ewiase we na metimu no. Me hu bibia se enye because me hu se enye mpo a me wo a way to use it for my own benefit. It all depends on you onipa no. Tie queens and goddess and kings, they sit and ride on horses or animals. They don't bow to it. What you say? This is equally in the Bible. Almost say, behold, he comes riding on the horse or riding on the clouds. So when we are mature, we don't ride on clouds, we ride on horses. And see, kings and queens, they don't bow to horses, but rather they ride on horses. So niyama mienu way your choice. Say obema way I see uso and now obema way I den I see uso. It all depends on your understanding. Any said ya wa obeya wo say obe ride on the horse no and now obe bow to the horse. So anytime you watch any of these apocalyptic movies or you hear another pastor preach about the wars and distractions that may come in the name of the horses of the apocalypse, the question should not be, when will the horses arrive? So what is also funny say way back and way back pacho maybe son said that ben and a horse no obeba. I maybe said that ben a horse no beba. But understand just two things. Queens and kings, they don't bow to horses, but rather they ride on horses. Allow me to interpret this into a deeper dimension. When you hear the horses coming, don't ask when, but rather the question is, which horse am I riding today? And then I say, the horse is coming. If you hear ever, the obebisa won say horse ben and them so. Now obisa won say horse ben and them so as saying. Do I have a horse of positive consciousness or distraction of religious dogma? So which horse? And what is even the horse? You bet we name. I feel better as you say you why your mobile because addition the heading. Worship is dogma and distraction. That is bowing down for anything. It's distraction and dogma. But this the Bible has made it clear. Said Jesus rides on the horse. Adia scripture na make him out ebie ni ho no mo a wo hwa unhu Yesu hu wom na wunya ate Yesu a na se wunhu ni say ye nipa sa ana unhu ni te say ye wo a ene na question kese wo ho. So this when we talk of horses emu na me breaking it down e di ama no mama from Veda no mu a to dia obekeka bia. Now let's look at the fourfold nature. Yenhwe no so I know people will ask me, so Maame Grace, if we should focus on consciousness of the four horses, what should we do in particular? Because okay, four horses are we will not even think say a 4 points of war we will not even think say a 4 modes of war so yen taking your time yen breaking it down. Obebe bisa say ntidia ne yen na ye den I now who ahifo ne de omo de omo nya abotre kro who ahifo omo nya abotre but it's for your own good and it is not by force to be here in all and nyina so achi so me ma konkonsafo nyina so akwaba enche bia me so me start say me bomudua se mo kona mo koka asem a me nkan ya na ma bomudua se mo de mo pedua mo pedua but aha hunu bia ni ha but what I'm trying to say is say me ho ya wahi but to mean stay away from me wo hwe nti me so won fa so ma wo enye sa wo bedome ho nti wutie na wo koka akade ya me kaaye no so what you say because me ni obi a ho time sa me was so much to do we am aka kire mu me business yi me say me ye video ama mo meto me ni ama no enche obi a be dan estate developer spiritual people ni be dan car dealers mo da ma mo kwajeje nkrofo ni ama na embeche mu ni bi atenase o mre so a wa ba kire mo bro mo ho kire mo konkonsa for our platform use ma mo akwaba so say ya ka say sa four horses ya obi ba bisa senti dia ne yenya particularly ma me kire m na hu. And it is important because human nature TNA like the 4 directions north, south, east and west also has a 4-fold pattern. Why is it like that? Medical catcher say ye nipa no ye were 4 modes. And a master catcher say 4 points. Now ya baba benya 4-fold pattern. Ewo universe nankasemu and then I'm pointing it out actually we. So when there is a trigger for your mind to focus on the distraction and chaos of the end times, pay particular attention to these 4 natural energy points. Mpacho. Say bibi yet said ehu eba wo so immediately no pay attention to these 4 natural energy points. And they're very, very, very important. If you don't have control over these 4 energy points, it's a bigger problem for you as a person. Now, yen breaking it down, yen share these 4 modes of you, and now 4 points, and now so say 4 energy pointy. The first is your emotion. That is the rising and falling of your feelings. If you don't have control over this, you will fall eno na ma fall in love a te se mu feelings ni nyina awu a te se de cheat no abeye regular because we fall mun check mu emotion. Everybody in Ghana is emotionally imbalanced. Obi ya me nam catch no because what that would dem kura say won fie obi de ba be kan making won kai mpo so exist because there are bigger and better spiritual people around. I'm telling you, you don't even remember the person exists. So keeping your emotions in balance is key. That's what I say. And last time we delved so deep into the mystery of meditation, which is an important practice for keeping your emotions balanced. So ukasa bebre I am Crawford office one say na ukasa boko say na am say hanim betna dia lawu. So that is the first one. And answer the first point. So say south, west, east, north. Men looking far, look from within. They are there. So one point is what I've told you. Now let's look at the second point. The second energy is the power of your mind and intellect. Adeba me be wiase mi chi. Any so nipa be play with my intelligence. Me mouse a chance ne da. I don't like it. Your mind controls your ability to interact with other dimensions and handles all creations. Know what goes into the mind and what the mind creates. There are a lot of people who cannot create a single idea. That is why you are poor. Because wealth is in the brain. You can have money. If you don't have ideas, you can never do any business. I'm catching. Ntina make at say wealth is in the brain. So when your ba na worry be ma oni adwen a make us oni adwen asebe enye se wa bodam but na adwen no entimi nkreti a wo ba no bedi hia the same way no be ma so worry oba na adwen enkreti a ono susu wo so be ma no wo bedi hia enti esese wo ma wa adwen no enhia wo papa so what you say na unya ideas adwenya enkreti ideas no sa adwene ne na ye frɛ say poor. The Bible say blessed are poor in spirit. Na mo bo mun nsam mun dwane mun ti sa ho no kora mfi Bible nim. You cannot be poor even in physical life. You want to be poor in your spirit. How? It's too dangerous for me to read that kind of scripture. Your mind controls your ability. Inti se wa adwin sebi o kafra fa che me enye adwuma woni control wo woni ahoden woni hwe wontumi mpo ni nipa enkasa sebi wontumi mpo nkanyansa sem ntokwankwa na abekun social media. Ahampo no na other dimensions. How can you create? How can you bring new things? Wontumi handle nothing. Untumi mpo handle creation na utimu no. Know what goes into the mind ebusia emo bia nse wadwen. Dia wutie ni hwe ni ye. Because wo mind and eye wo life. Wo mind and eye wo wealth. Wo mind and eye wo freedom. Wo mind and eye wo ability. So material first and second, the way I obey no and how to handle it. The third thing is your body, which represents your physical vehicle, by which you are able to access the physical realm. Your body matters. Chose chon American flag hand. Atie chom. Ye won krofo bi wo hokro befa wo adwuma ma no no be ye adwuma hwe wo physical appearance e poto. Omfa wo. Yes koto wahala. Won respect your body. You can never respect anything in life. You put anything in your mouth, you eat. You say bebrebe. Listen, I love all my chubby girls. Ye wo nkrofa ye wo mo naturally almost. Ye we binum so a ye aduane. You saw the person yesterday on social media. Now look at it. Na come de no. Mo ma na aduane di mo hu. Omu didi. Some can eat so much and they can poo anyhow. Their poo is not even sexy. Say boyobo. Because they can eat for Africa. No, you don't respect your body. If you respect your body and understand that it is the vehicle, what this physicality, you take care of your body. Where are making a bibu didi ota ho se bom asan ye poto so aka ho esese wutumi hwe sa de etoso miensen eyie. So this point no so what 4 horsemen na dia wotititini na this is what the Bible is actually talking about. So when you ati asese wo physical vehicle eye wo body no ehu hia yi a obehwe dia wo de beto wanum. Your body has spiritual senses, and therefore you must discipline yourself in what you take into the body. Be bia na udidi aduane biara ubedi emfa ho ne ba bia free obi nsahye mu na won so nsahye mu obi ani tu aduane ni mu eda bonten pete na wudi ebi kura tumi koto agi aduane di. Hey, you are finished. You have to discipline yourself. Obia onim what to put in the mouth. Onim di obe carefree na numu so aba. If you can't control what you put in your mouth, you have zero control. Ewo abrabona ubonimu. Your body determines how you eat. Oh, you don't know. Sometimes when you look at the social media, na ebinuma she gym clothes, na omo ye gym, te say omo koto. Your body, if it is a muscle, obi onimbia bengu say this is gym body. Your muscle, your physiques, no, your lines, your gaps are visible. Inti sabio min kaso obi aye surgery awa ebono minim di omo come they go through hell to finish to get that body they are flaunting. So allow them flaunt. Unim di omo come sa body ni so hu a eye de ati o. Muscle body is different from fat body. That's what you say. Mr. Muscle body is different from fat. So when you look at your body and keep it well, you can keep anything in this life because the body is the vehicle that drive you or this physicality into. You must be disciplined with what you put in your mouth or what you take into the body, as everything can transmit its frequencies to the body. Medical catch us, food is frequency. The demon misron wo wi ase aduane. I see food as demons because omo ye parasite omo betumi awura wo body ni mu a uni control wo so a obura body ni mu na oje body ni boso pe na the fat atum na nyade wo aka nyina eko me asema mi ke se wunji ndi a wo de se wo blood pressure na se wafu ayetefu a start say wo lose wafu no na hwe se blood pressure ne nkofoma. So me hu aduane se eye demon to me enti me wo honom no me body part there say then you do that thing. No, I don't like that thing. So be careful with what you put in your mouth. Be disciplined with it. That is what will help you. Because bibi a ode share body ni mu bia e transmit ni frequency no to the body. Inti aduane mponi, how do you open your legs? Hook up queen. How do you open your legs? Everywhere open. Right? Rahab call you know or this is very important too. This is very, very, very important. The last time now, me can't say oba or body count baby. Did you amudidi matter with social media no so? But it's the truth I'm telling you. She what pa? Se won Jimmy India. She yet nananom nkwala no omo wo. Because that time no, ye fe nipa ne virgin na ye de ama papa no. She mmofra omo be wo omo. No omo de na koma no as a virgin no, omo tenase ya kopim so omo nyina bewu. Nobody divorce anybody. Tie, the reason why we are having all these 3 children and all nkwala ye wo omo asodin for no, I'm telling you it is because of body count. That one day I will take that topic and go deeper. Make him no muso mi. Na me say kra dem honam na apart atemdi me say baby a migina say migina no ho asoro ho. International eyeballs na say esi misu. And then that saying do airport no mu bisa o ayi. You answer man can be cast motherfucker questions. But me will say I am a lady, so forgive me. Enti se won to me hwa wo body so yi a me catch it can cause you ade bi wo hwa wo ya unhu na unhu so insunsanso o ba na wieye a lot of body count na ya komu no eno na ema ye wo nkola aso den wo hwa wo ba ne de wo a won ne te akole de wo a wotete no wa beda ne something which is there. Go back and see your life. We start your life the way na wo ye o body ni hu hia. A body that serves as an easy host to parasite. Tiye me say den. Me say den. A body that serves as an easy host to parasite is a body of hellish and negative frequency. Wodi obetumi akọ baby akodi kokonsa ukọ baby na wudidi cho baby a obeda ukọ wadan fufie na tim na wada obi atade na wafa na wahye woye a hellish negative frequency ebi mu de omo ate atomunu no. So your body also represent a lot and say a lot about you. Inti na make atro say me no be me kakra bi oh me da unti na me yes nyama wo no me reduce frequency. I'm like pause. Ebi nya waye ye nya ye nti omo de odo be approach you na omo aguru mi nkrofo na omo ten nkrofo na chi wafa wo hu e na wa grouping nkrofo no wasa akoto obi achi osigu nanim ase keka ne ho asem e de na woka me arrogant me proud na ka me den. I should come and eat in your house. They will just destroy your name. But in actual fact, onyawaye opedia wo ye no. Enti no opese beni pano na bisa. Beni pano na bisa no tenhunu ene otan eni aduro. And ebema wanka sampo untumi ndu baby enipa no aduru no enti your body no so niama ye de beye no ehia papa abofra keto at your age. Look at you need waistline ukoya na wo bae obema at your age hwe wafuru ni wafurum e na ahyehye what say asratoa ehye wanum. I am saying this for you to take care of yourself so you can live long, because there are parasites when they overtake your body. And then yari we, ochina we, no why enkrofo no rich. Omo de beba obenum na efe ese uniama. So I don't say these things to spite you, but I say these things na mama we hu so obehwe hu ye. Na Africa for de nka hu ya ye hu de din o. Na flesh ntitale ye hu. Till say enkrofo we brebre ye poisonous food. Ye di ye say ye chire ye show say ye woska. The other day me call baby ko ye meeting. She obi meeting bi. Ena me wo ho na me hwe girls no we ba no de car shim wa be park omu sisi free car animu no na me hwe omo ha enam na etuetue ho no omo anya double chin na omo ba ho no me hwe ade omo to we ato ice cream wato cake wato we na me say menye koma na menye de menye de ni mo usa mo awo so tete wo ba ko na wagbo doso eniama mu digu mu yam mu ni control. Demons enye energy bi omote baby. They are things that can overtake your body. Na me aduane ye number 1 for me. That means your horses will transport negativity into your consciousness. So wo didi sa bebrebe na America na eno no na kire say sa wo horse no 4 horses na me kire wo no 4 point no 4 modes no southwest east and north no eno na ma kire wo ende no. And your emotions, your mind, and then your body. These are 3 horses. Now let's look at the 4th horse. Your spirit and soul are the final energy point to be careful about. Your spirit and soul. I have spoken many times about how soul contract can be deadly. But when I speak about this, they rather make business out of it and come back to insult me. I don't really care. Avoid jumping from one spiritual leader to another. This is why I have enemies. But I will keep cautioning you till you have your freedom. Involving your spirit in multiple contracts and covenant that rob your spirit of the ability to be of free will. And then wakwa na don sakoshe wem, o don sakoshe wem, afi no wajame. Undi wo hu biom. As I speak with you now, there are people who don't believe in themselves because I'm telling you, there are people who do now point it out bibi chira omo ni baby omo fast ade because omo cop so many places. Yetimi fro obi ka chira ni say brana ye feed you so no so ko ni ye feed ni so ye nua em say de ne de o say ye ma na mo nam say mo ndi bi wo fie so le ndi say mo no minim I don't know minimo Take care of your soul. There are people who are soul traders. They will mess you up. Avoid jumping from one place to another. Sit back a little bit and take care of yourself and see if you cannot make out anything of yourself. A lot are entrapped though. Trapped. Spirituality is serious. And I be serious also. First, no, senko being free with fear. On to me if I won't this schedule. First, no, so being free with fear. On to me if I won't this schedule that. As I speak with you, no, so if you be fear, so feel be fear. You bet me the what is schedule, be bet me the what is schedule. Me no work say or some impo. Won't to me friend direct, so won't feel fear. Inti se say in some po and who of us watching. They make out here say, so wo fresh some na a ye wunia and now Maame a friend direct. Who bet me a friend baby. But say obi a on yes some na busu ni say of friend a just say o yusu genie and a dwarf. Na enum pono ade se okọ ba bia nipa no wu ye ansa na watumi afre no pese wote sa de we ase na enso wo a wote wonu mi obia tumi fa wo de wokọ because wakọ akodidi akonom akokasa akopa wo ho akoye whatever you can think of who say we so contract hwe wo hu ye. I better keep my soul contract and know nothing than to go and throw it away. Ebi password na yes scattered nti bibie to me wurawuram wan say wunye stable wo ye hwea wo so untumi nda wudi this untumi ndidi wudi this uti aduane ho awame wo sori ya na ekom de. These are signs. Keep away from fear related dogmatic belief systems and signs with no secret society. Baby a wo kwa ye di hu to so ensi ho enko sign enko join bibi enko initiate nothing. Enko sign she enko initiate who into nothing. The horses are these four. Medical natural. Clothed in colors. Ahana color neighbor. These are the horses, no, four, no. What you say? Your emotions, your mind, your body, and then your spirit and soul. And no, there are four horses, no, and now four living creatures. Now, Revelations, all canon. Now, or the colors so attached here. What does that mean? And no, me person see ye share no so. Because medical cultural emotions, your mind, they are all clothed with colors. Into what are the colors? Let's go ahead and delve into the horses and their colors, as seen in the Bible by John, the apocalyptic apostle. Or no, say this man was giving the people mysteries. Decode them and understand your full body na udijina wono nkrofo was one task what's the bibireba horse no oliba no wa ba be kunyimpa wa ba be ya bade muntu munhu ya be colors now because another thing that is also creating a whole lot of whatever I don't know. Now let's look at white horse of the apocalypse. Yaka white horse a medical reading Revelations chapter 6 verse 1. I'm reading it 2 times. I'm not going to read again. But the American say mark ni na mark. Inti ye reading ye no ye be hu ye say ose ohwe na ohun said there was a white horse. So material what the horse represents. So why the white? And what is the white? Let's look at that one. White stands for clarity. Not diluted. Clarified. White light holds the full spectrum inside it. So you can white. Mamitro the niyama representing. Bible is so powerful when your brain is big. Bible is so powerful when you see your brain as an access, but not a source. Because mature say brain no na bridge between physicality and etheric and ethereal. She say we obi a wutumi di hɔ no makɔ aba e na wo bɛte kasa na wate kasa ase Bible no so aka kyerɛ wo plain o se men read ade ne keke ma nyame ho kronkron enkyerɛ wase na nyame ho kronkron na ayɛ ka no yɛnji ntum sɛ nyame ho kronkron ne kronkron na honhom na eti yemu no a efiri yemu a yɛyɛ awufuo no yɛhwehwɛ wɔ baabi na enso so de bia Bible ka he that is in you, he that is in you. Mean to me nti ase. So The white horse stands for the disciplined mind. Theo, a disciplined mind aligned with your spirit. It does not crush the body. A disciplined mind will never crush your body. Stay away from that person. Or reject the intellect of deny emotions. When your white horse is active, this is how you behave. It orders them and keeps them balanced. You know what you are about. Your white horse is in balance. It appoints each faculty to its proper place. What's a wajini na fine. And now to say, white, horse near whiter. This is what it is saying. So obi katrosa koshata dear white because a yesenya na esa koshata dear whiter. It's not talking about this normal dress we wear. No. It is saying that put up this behavior. And Bible has also made these things clear to us, but the understanding is the problem. Or say, so when the Bible refers to white horse, it is talking about your clarity. It is talking about your discipline. It is talking about how you are able to balance your emotions and your mind. It's in a proper place. So when who said the Bible, understanding we are able to help our own. Education and translating the Bible has cost us so much. White white and yet white papa. When they say wear white, they are saying that put up these behaviors. Purity. Scriptures paint a rider on the white horse with a bow, and a crown. Say white horse no medical chire say ye adwuma aniama ebetimi aye e no san kan say de ote horse no so no wan ka say de obutu ho no o say de ote horse no so no e dem aba be chire a white horse, what the white also represent e no san ka say de ote white horse no so no okita bow e no san so e wo crown. So I have to share with you my understanding of these two. Inti say white horse ni bibia na bibia ekoso a fe bow ni crown e free. The bow stands for your attention. The bow, it stands for your attention. Without visualization, without focus, without attention, what to me shoot to a bow wrong place. Inti say when you be able to me visualize it, just say we your bomb for crana won to me nya dey be able to na bonchen. Enti omo training omo uba me fie wo be beto sa that no kese sa ebo na me ebia me stress me to sa me pese me wo mfimfini wo se me to na se wo for as 7 and pese ni na wo ehwo no. You cannot do that without focus. So wu bo ne pe with your white horse wa what so I will ride now. It's talking about visualization, attention, focus. Se won to milikana wo di first na nkrofo ba mo nsam ma wa wo gina ho na akwhwe nkrofo no mo bo nsam a obewe. You have to focus on dwane na wo dwane no. Wherever you aim it, energy travels. Pesa what I say, baby I would do focus no attention any wo visualization be no energy will follow. Inti me bisa wo se si a wo hwe mi e den na wo hwe attention wo den so. Me bisa wo attention e wo den so. In my editorial called Attention Paradox, it's also on this platform. You can watch it. I explain how gods and religious deities are hungry for our attention. So one man yami bia attention or exist or you useless. Me na make the other day na Papa Fred Amogi ebisa say where are our deities? Nanka mbebisa na say how many no osum? Because obusum bia na nyami bia yensom no or you useless. Oni hobium. Eye nipa na me nyame ye nyame. Yesu ye Yesu because nipa ye omo adwen so omo besom no. Bosom a na nyame a ye nsom no oni ho. Me ka kire mo se mo nkwohwe gods of America na American gods. Mo amokwohwe ani se mu hu ye. Sesi nyame ankrofo som ye nyame a oye technology. Sesi odosofo ne ade ni nyina nipa apo mo. Inti na nkrofo be jai omufie. No mo akasa omufie bronsam omo maame ye bayifo but omba akwadwoni Yesu abusua because ono na nipa som nti ono no sesi okuta tumi. It is a nipa amfa ne energy amanyame bia. Nyame bia ni ba bia. They want our energies to be relevant. They want our energies to exist on this earth. We have zero knowledge about it. Yakwa to extend say ye betimi agya ye ho ama energy bia be possess ya ama ya misbehave ama ya tinte suo me ya dane whatever I can think of. Where your energy and focus go no and I make at all energy travels. Edie na we focus woso. Edie na we focus e woso. These deities and these gods or whatever you call it. When you say deities now can God. So oka say Jesus is deities say omububefu. But that is in natural fact that is it. So your small gene gods and your big gene gods, there is no difference. I don't want to. These deities are hungry for our energy and attention. All these concepts you see on social media for attention, you will not see. They need us to focus on them with praise and worship because the moment we take our attention off, that deity is dead, finished, useless, come out. The same way. When you give your energy to them, you also become the other way. Bye. You see where we are sitting? There are many recent issues about old and new gods. Old gods and new gods. They were old gods. You just took your attention from the old one and gave it to the new god. That is why now they are saying technology God is the one that is ruling. At the moment you stop any biriki sumu nyina say omu nyina omu at the moment you stop worshiping eno ano no na so omu tumi ko puli ni image bi esi wonom e de to from there then finish. What are the old gods? You make them. It is we that creates them. That conflict is just for attention. Me come chiro. No old god ni new god be any baby. It's just for your attention so they can survive. When we forget the old gods, they die out, finish. And when we go after new gods, they become powerful because we are feeding them with our energies and attentions. So people feel that yes, you're powerful. Nipa bebre ni man you're powerful. He doesn't have any power. Get angry for all you care. If he has power, he should stop just blood pressure. And no blood pressure. It is you that is making him powerful. If you take your emotions and attention from him, he is finished. Where you target your arrow shows your horse's path. Another thing. Where you target your arrow, a horse and a horse no ne path. Somebody can actually horses no dada until you make a horse out here say. This thing too, the Bible has said it too. This thing, also the Bible has said it. Numbers 22 hoko. Balaam or take horse no so now or horse no econo. On shake one is not dear see one no way who because on pay attention. No horse no we no on corner or bro horse no horse no casacheren. When you now you wouldn't say a yasema esi ye nim say ye symbolic. When you don't pay attention, your horse will not have a path. Or kopima or bekasa or beka me. Where your attention go to, that is where your horse also go to. So be artist idea way asemami. Our Bible no, but understanding has become a bigger problem for us. Where you target your arrow, a horse ne path ewo. Inti se we lose focus in life. Forget about bibia wo. And I'm quoting scripture no. The arrow is thought to be refined by stillness and focus. Not distraction. And no medical about visualization and all that. So when you hear about the apocalypse and revelations and obiti horse, so now white horse no any. Also, let's look at the crown. The crown in this verse is a state of consciousness one stands to get when the mind rises beyond argument into divine peace. That is the crown. People watch Revelations. People talk about Maame Grace with dignity, not with disrespectfulness. Because me focus on what I'm doing. Consistency. Consistency is my word. It was so me focus so every day I work hard to get something for my people. To me who say platform ni still, they want to throw their support to this platform. There is no argument about this. So when you see a crown upon his head, and the crown upon his head, and the crown upon his head, this is the meaning of all the crowns you see in the Bible. It's talking about consciousness. In Kabbalistic teachings, the highest spiritual number is Katia, Anakatia, which is a crown. Katia or Katie, or the crown chakra, is the first of the 10 stages in Kabbalistic tradition about the tree of life, which teaches about the levels of creation. So you see, when you see crown everywhere, it simply means consciousness. In our own Akam practices, or Akam practice, we will say the sunsum or spirit settles on the head like a crown. This is, it's a sunsum kron besi yesu tiriso sunsum kron and the crown no or babon kunima botire. It is talking about consciousness. It is talking about consciousness. Meti anum sesi so who blocking me no sir. Who blocking me no sir. Me who I will lose my consciousness. That is why I'm so worried about Ghana. The way we pollute the air and environment. What kind of consciousness are we even breathing? This is what crown means. So you see, if you don't understand symbolism and you want to read the Bible, you see what you do to us. When the white horse leads, you are not just perfect. You are oriented. Decisions become simple because they are aligned. Message. You don't need to roll a camera to insult anybody because who needs shekentia. Not because they are easy. Words become soft. So people will ask me, how do you get your editorials? How do you get your editorials? Don't go anywhere. Don't investigate. In public. Why do you tell people say editorials na me no a book na me read you will be nan for? Why? What have I done to you? Words become soft. Ubi bia beyeboko is so beautiful. Downloads flow for bigger minds. Knowledge becomes abundance. People who are mentally stable listens to you. And they know what you are saying. They don't get confused. Because the brain has a capacity to download and decode and translate everything you are preaching to them. This is where I want us to get to. When the words become soft, boundaries are strengthened. You begin to conquer. Revelations platform has conquered a lot. You see, you share the secret. Not people, not planets or galaxies, but habits that waste life. You will conquer not all these things, but habits are able waste your life. Ebema wunjadowa habits. Ebema we di basabasa. We be name basabasa. Edin konkonsa chantro basabasa. This is the conquest that matters. When we scripture no, or see nipa ne te horse no so no or what to say a conqueror who is going to conquest. This scripture is for your entire body parts and your all the points. But you say a apocalypse, a boni bi neba, weibo. So white color is what I just disbursed for you. Medical white color at the amount. So what thinking about a horse? Medical horse no so the amount. I mean one color more, then we go. Now, let's look at the red horse of the apocalypse. The red horse of the apocalypse. We will find these scriptures, our Revelations chapter 6, verse 3 to 4. And I read, when the lamp opened the second seal, the first seal is what we've decoded. I heard the second living creature say, come. And another horse went out, very red this time. Say, Bakuno no a white horse, and no me breaking it down. Wait there, or say a red horse and a waba bunting. Its rider was permitted to take peace away from the earth, so that people would kill one another. He was given a great sword. What is the meaning of this? Red, horse, sword. Red shows that something is hot or on fire. Anytime you see red, that is it. So, anapa we ubengu se na me red dress because I was a messenger that morning. The message I was giving is a message I had asuma a messenger. So sometimes I dress according to the message. But depends on how I got the message. Okay? So anapa na me red. It simply means I was in a messenger mode. Okay, when red news shows that something is hot or fire. The red horse is the emotional field. Feeling is not the enemy. So who feel bibia, who go through bibia, and your enemy. It is a messenger. So that is what red represents. Inti yawo mode bi wo no ma. Ye ma omo nhye red wo ho ye won boa bi wo ho ye mfa red nkyere omo at a particular point e bi ti se nantwie eno ye betimi aye ne dakro de ntia ye mfa red nkyere omo se bibi wo ba bi a no mo de red asi wo tere say ye danger. That's the meaning of red. And I make an enye enemy but a messenger. But when feeling takes charge and drives the chariot with the horses, it drags the soul through quarrels and panic. Into usha one kasa wo emotions what is driving it? Is it a red horse that is taking peace away from your land? De bia wo bodu ya de bia wo ni obi ku de bia rada ube wiase de bia wo ni obi ku. When feelings is filled with clarity, it becomes courage, compassion, and the rhythm of love. So when I always say, I send you love, you don't know how I feel when you also send it back. When your feeling is filled with clarity, you are not looking anywhere. Unya akukudro. Adia wo ye no so wo yet was wo mbrepo. Now a fena rhythm of love na bokum ka kum kam. Think of the Red Sea. You see, and omudu Red Sea Moses mawaba idu na fabuma mo kwandem. Omudu Red Sea wano. And Moses and God. Think of the Red Sea. When you take such a story literally, it becomes an old travel story. I don't know why you pastors are not waking up till now. After coronavirus and everything the world went through, you are still standing that somebody's mother is a witch, somebody's husband is a witch. Oh, stop thinking like this. Tell your pastors this for me. A past myth and an old story. A trim like Ebu, like Ejo, Megalio. But when we read it as a symbol, it becomes the power that best open feeling to clear blocked frequencies. When you read the Bible like that, that is when you are able to turn your life around. So when reading is a story na Moses then the puma ebo we no to one Daniel war now tears yes snake ni means consciousness. Oh my God. When you understand symbols, it becomes power that best open feelings to clear blocked frequencies. You can use this in the church and open blocked frequencies for your people to make wealth. They can create ideas and take away the fear. The church seriously needs these messages. When Moses lifted his attention upward, the waters part. In practice, this means breath work. This means breath work. Prayer or meditation that interrupt emotional trauma. Oh my God. How do you read these scriptures? These scriptures are so powerful that can help all your people. But most see BBA trase. Into how good would this look when you allow your people to watch this? Namu di aye Sunday school. Namu shem. Mun who say Moses kitapumebium. Nemu mbe who say ye bibi ebe force bibi. Papa amana den esi. The sea comes enough and create a peaceful path to cross. So when we are no. The red horse, and then the Red Sea. If you have control over these things and have understanding and knowledge about these things, if untamed and untrained takes peace from the inner soul, you can tame and train it and you can use it for something better. But red horse, if well trained, brings forth acts, prophecy, and righteous action. When you train that red horse that was made to take peace away, that is the representation of the Red Sea. This is how you can decode the Red Sea. This is the meaning of the Red Sea. The difference is your ability to rule over your red horse. So there is nothing bad. When your ability is there, that is when you can change all these kind of things. Like I said earlier, when you sit on the horse, you are able to direct it. When it is going wayward, you are able to whip it and bring it back to its path. But when you bow before it, you are done. Bowing before it is a poor mentality. Abusia, do not forget why we are doing this editorial tonight. Am I right? It is essential to break us away from the dogma and programming assigned to the apocalypse. From church to spiritual, whoever. Baby, if it's a adifia baby, the whole thing is what I've broken it down to you. Apocalypse theories must teach us about how to align our emotions and send signals to our minds to guide our consciousness, not to create fear in our heart as we go running to religious gods for salvation. They have nothing to give nobody. They have nothing to give nobody. That's why they don't have evidence to show us that empire heaven. We don't know how. You can't tell me this. Remember, we have to tackle the other symbolism of the other horses of the book of the Apocalypse by John the Apostle. Because of our horses, baby, John the Apostle is talking to his people about consciousness and their whole being and the part of their beings and how to make it in life. His own people are joking with the West. Maame Grace said, thank you, Apostle John. Thank you so much. Christians leave this powerful tool in the Bible. And the spiritual people take from occultic graphics to create drama in just drawing our attention to all these things. Because I am a daughter of Akabulan, I want us to think about these things. They are not scary like you think. I'm telling you. They are knowledge-based. They are encoded that we need to decode them and understand them. Red horse, white horse, apocalypse, ubedwane, amobi abedane ne ho prophet abesi uso. So reveal. Who reveal Maame Grace? We reveal you. Red, ni blues, ni colors, ni all sort of things. Who reveal Maame Grace? You reveal yourself. I am Revelations, and I host it and I drive it so well. Yes. We will continue this next week. Ye colors ni bi ni aye animals ni bi ni aye ye part ni bi e de akam. Aha na me de mu besi. Makram.